Welcome back, everyone. We're going to be solving LeetCode 70, climbing stairs. So we're climbing a staircase, and it takes n steps to reach the top. Each time we can either climb 1 or 2 steps. We need to find out how many distinct ways there are to climb to the top. So again, another dynamic programming problem. So we're going to have a helper function, and we'll just call it underscore climb stairs, taking itself, n, and a memo object, and we will eventually return self underscore climb stairs, pass in n and an empty dictionary for a memo object. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is check, okay, well, is n in our memo? If n is in our memo, what are we going to do? We are just going to return the value at memo of n, right? Okay. What if n is equal to 0? If n is equal to 0, what's going to happen? We can just return 1. Why? Because that means we have found a way to get to the top of the staircase. What if n is less than 0, meaning we've overstepped the staircase? Well, in that case, we just want to return 0, right? That's not a valid way to get to the top of the staircase. Otherwise, what are we going to do? We are going to count the number of ways to reach to the top, right? And we can either take 1 step or 2 steps. So let's create a variable called total ways. What is this going to equal? This is going to equal the recursive calls of self underscore climb stairs. We pass in n minus 1, which means we have taken 1 step, and we also need to pass in our memo object added to the recursive call of self climb stairs, n minus 2, along with our memo object, right? This is going to represent taking 2 steps. Now that we have a way to calculate the total ways to climb to the top, we have to add this to our memo object on whatever n we're at. So we'll say memo of n will equal the total ways to climb to the top, and then we can just return memo n at the end of our call. So let's run this. And it does pass both test cases, so we'll submit. Perfect. So time and space complexity of this is going to be O of n for both. Alright, that'll do it for LeetCode 70.